Gecko, the old school gamer. I am a little invisible right now, kind of see-through. Not sure why. Everything was working just fucking fine. This is typical, man. There we go. I had a little technical difficulties. I don't even know where to begin to explain what was going on. So let's do that. Thank you. Gecko, the old school gamer here, presenting Stranded Deep, one and done. Now, you may or may not know this, but I'm a sucker for, obviously video games, but I'm a real sucker for, survival games, or starting from nothing and getting by. So basically survival games, like Age of Empires and Age of Empires 2, Age of Empires 3, Mythologies, 4, I played them all, right? Like, so you start as, like, in Age of Empires 1, you start as cave people. Like, Neanderthals. Anyways, I don't even want to try. But cave people. And then you grow to your empire. And then, sort of the same thing happens in Age of Empires 2, only you start later and you advance to, whatever. So survival games where you have to use your environment or whatever, I'm a sucker for. I'm also a real sucker for simulation games. I plan on doing another one and done, but you'll see that I've dumped over 100 hours into the other game. I'm not sure. I don't think there's stats per se in this game, like time wise, but you'll see. I mean, you can't survive 73 days, without dumping some time in it. Basically. And that's not including the deaths that happens. And I refuse. I'm like, it'd be fun to do permadeath. But no, it would not be fun, because a little fucking crab will wipe your ass out if you ain't careful. Or if you get poisoned and you don't have any antidote. Now, you can survive a poison. Now, I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but you can survive a poison for 3 days if you get poisoned and your health is already low, you're fucked up. You're not gonna. I don't think you're gonna make it. I'm talking without the antidote. If you get poisoned with the full, quasi full health, there's a chance you can survive for 3 days. All you have to do is make sure your food and water is up, and you don't take risks at that point. Just lay low for 3 days. Again, I'm getting way ahead of myself. For this one and done, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a little bit of my, at least the one game, and then why I restarted it, and then I'll show you a brand new one. So it's a quasi one and done. It's a 3 and done. But I don't. I mean, I'm just winging it right now. I may actually do a playthrough of this, although I really don't plan on escaping. I see what it takes, and I haven't even fought the boss. And I've taken down a few sharks, yes, but there's 3 bosses that have these motor parts that you need for the specific airplane that you can find. And we'll get into all that. But I haven't even fought. On my latest playthrough, I'm thinking of attacking the boss. Now, from what I understand, the boss is actually pretty, well, at least one of them is actually pretty easy. The Megalodon, apparently. You just need a whole shit ton of spears, and the way I throw spears is not pretty. Although I did learn a tip, and I'll show you that. Okay, so, you know what, fuck it. Let's get into this. And as per Xbox and Xbox 360, I went ahead and I turned off the whole music situation because I don't want any issues. Believe me, I hate looking for music on the YouTube channel. Now we're gonna have some green screen color issues because it's hot as shit and I got the air on and the air is blowing against the green screen. It's just the way it's how it has to be. Alright, so Geico 5211, that's me. 73 days. This is my first play. And I'll show you why I started another playthrough. So I survived 73 days on this playthrough. And yes, you do have a map. And this is the only time you can actually look at it before you get into the game. Because once you're in the game, you're fucked. Unless you have a map. And I have a solution for that. And I will show you that too. Boom. Cartographer. Here we go. Now, it's fucking angled. So north is this way. I don't know. So, I don't do world editor, and I don't start a new island. I don't mess with this. Whatever, it's all random how you land, unless you go to a new island where you can edit your own island. And I think that's all well and good if you want to learn how to play the game, but if you want to survive, let it be random, like you actually did crash into a fucking place, right? I mean, that's the fun of it. If you set up your island the way you want it, and then you go there, and all of a sudden, there's no reason to explore and all that. I mean, there might be still a reason, but I don't know. It's just, I love the whole random aspect of it, like a roguelike games, like Toad Jam and Earl, Fatal Labyrinth. I love all those games, So, to have a survival game that's completely randomized is cool. From here, you can actually draw your own map. And I do that because I can use it in-game. And I'm going to... I'll show you that right now. Okay, so I've got a blank slate of paper, which looks like this. Okay? So you see how I have the grid laid out, and then the north is labeled. Okay, so I start with this. And the more I explore items or islands and I find out where stuff is, I'll end up with, this. Now, the way I laid this out is for basically this particular save. I've labeled each island because you can see the sizes. Like, for example, that's a small island right there, okay? And that's a large island, okay? So for the most part, you can tell which ones are small and which ones are large. So I write on the paper the large and the smalls. And then you actually have right here a skull and crossbones. that's your boss areas. And one of these, there's 4 of them. Okay? So now one of these is an escape boat. So in other words, you got to go kill the 3 bosses and then go to the final skull. Mark, like for example, this one, let's say. And that would be a big boat. And then you would ship out of there once you have all your parts and your supplies, because you need fuel, food, water, all that shit to escape. Now, this doesn't tell you too much, let's say. But now this is console. PC gamers have the shit. They can put mods and stuff on there to tell you what is on all the islands. But I've done that with a piece of paper. And like I said, I start with this grid, and then once I start exploring and stuff, I'll end up with this. So I got a boss here. Okay, I don't know what this boss is, so I haven't labeled it. That's my shitty skull and crossbones. Okay, now this island here, I could have swore I saw clay. But there was, if I'm not mistaken, there was a shark swimming around there, and I didn't want to fuck with them. But I saw, as I was swimming along the island, I was like, oh wait, that's clay. But there's some bad shit over there. So if I need clay, this is where I'm going to go. Oh, by the way, when you start up a game and you're not, let's say you're kind of lost and you're at an island, you're like, I forget which way I went. Let me show you this. Boom. This is you. You got the 4 red spots, which are your bosses, right? But this is you. If the red spot is over an island, then that's where you're at, right? At that moment. Okay? Just so you know. But for me, well, like I said, for me, over here, right here, that says, need to loot. Container. Small. Now, there's a container on this island that I'm going to grab and bring with me to my main island. And there's a bunch of stuff on this island that I still need to loot. Okay? Cool. Now, up here is my big boat. And this is my plane that I need to repair and skip out. And then over here, next to that, I have on here, it says need to loot, no cutting. In other words, that island has, I've already cut everything down. And there's just some basic looting there, like, you know, a couple rocks or some extra shit that's laying around that I need to bring to my main island, which is right here. See where it says main? Okay. And also, each island may or may not have wrecks by it. Wrecks, not like dinosaur wrecks, but like shipwrecks. So right here, I have wrecks harvested. Yellow raft. Now, this was my starting island, and I just kept my raft over there. Okay, so I've labeled where my raft is, and I've checked all the wrecks there, so I know I don't need to go back. And the whole island is done. There's no growing stuff, just the, you know, respawnable stuff, like the little fibrous leaves. So I just basically take Post-its, and I start making notes, and I put them on here where they go. So basically, I have this, but in game. So that's what I really wanted to show you guys, because you can easily get lost and turned around if you're not careful. And so with with looking at this first before you even start the game, you can actually see where you may or may not be. Now, once you build your first save spot, your shelter, you can save, leave the game, come back, and take note on you take note on here and see where your red spot is. Whatever red is on the island, that's where you're at. Now you can just expand and use your compass and shit that you get from there. So it's all cool. Okay. 17 minutes. 17 minutes, you ain't even see the game yet. But the map, I really wanted to explain that because I was so lost. I got that map. I created that map about 10 or 15 days in. I'm like, there's no way. I don't know what's fucking over there. So, okay. Back out of there. This is a 2-player game that I know of. I don't know if there's 4 players can play, but I've seen 2 players on here. And that's interesting. When you're looking at the second player, it's weird looking. It's very funny, but it's weird. There's some odd glitches that happen, but like I've seen the guy have his like a coconut stuck in his his face, like a build coconut or some shit. I've seen some weird stuff, but the weirdest thing that I've actually experienced in the game is when you have a pile of, let's say, rocks or sticks or something, and you go into the pile to retrieve or try to put in more stuff, more rocks. Let's say you're looking at a rock pile, and it says LB to open the rock pile and pull out whatever you want or put in. The LB doesn't. It's like it's stuck. But the cool thing is you can still produce stuff from that pile. So I try to have piles like I got fibrous leaves, rock, sticks, all within like a visual spot. Because if you just look down at the 3 piles, and let's say you want to build an axe, then you look at the rock pile and you hit quick craft. You'll hit that and you create a stone tool. Boom, you create 2 of them. Then you just glance over just a little bit to the fibrous leaves and you create a lashing or 2. And then you look at the sticks and now you can create, boom, the axe. So you don't actually have to have the items in your inventory per se on you. You can just leave it on the ground. And that's the nice thing about this game. Nothing despawns. You literally have to throw it into the ocean to get rid of it. So here we go. All right, so this is not my starting island. I don't have my flashlight with me. It is dark. So I was trying to have a crate filled with engine parts, but as you see, I got a lot of engine parts here. And I have a... Oh man, this meat's boiled up here. I forgot I had meat on here. That's why there's a bunch of flies there. Well, I'm not going to stay in this game for too long, but I have a sort of a 2-story house that I started to build. There's a snake around here, I think. Or is it on the second game? But I've started this 2-story house here. And you really only need, you really just need 4 walls and a ceiling for this. But if you want a place to put your crates and you've got more crates than you have on your boat, then I would build the shelves and put your crates all along the shelves here. As many crates as you have, you can have as many shelves, and so they won't fall and shit. So, as I said, I got a bunch of flare guns here, label maker. I think is my leg broken? I'm tired. That's why I can't run. Okay. So come up here, and I've got this big, and honestly, I think it's a waste of sticks. So I built this house. Oh, I don't even have a roof up here yet. So I built this house. I used up a whole bunch of stuff, and I found out that if I make cloth windows, that might actually be resourceful because the fibrous leaves grow back. And the four walls, or the cloth walls, if you look over here, we'll go into build mode. Where is that? Right here, walls. Anything related to cloth, you can make with a loom. And a loom, you just need fibrous leaves. Fibrous leaves are your lifeblood in this game because they are completely resourceful. They're the few things that actually grow back. So if you look here, okay, let's go to wall. A tarp wall is just a cloth. That's it. You don't need no wood or anything. Use your wood for raft and actual building stuff. Cloth wall does the same thing as a corrugated wall or a brick wall or a container wall. It does the same shit. It's no different. So as far as resources, I would, if I did this again, and I did, and that's what I'm doing, I would use the cloth. Because you can easily make loom or cloth. And I'll show you how to make cloth. I mean, I'll show you the thing over here. So cloth is under... There we go. Boom. Alright, down here, you need to make cloth. You need loom. So if... Boom. Up here in the corner, I just pinned it so you can see better. You need 4 fibrous leaves and a loom. Well... As I walk my slow ass out here, there's a crab. Here's the loom. Okay. Let's see, what do I have in my pocket? Okay. I have 3 cloth in here. And I just need 1 to make a wall. I mean, that's the easiest thing to do. So, I forget where I put my pile of leaves. I'm so used to my other one right now. That's a lantern I found. Oh, over here. Because I wanted to use fibrous leaves to fuel everything. Fire pit, water still. So the more of these you collect, the better off your life is going to be. So let me take 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll show you these here farms real quick after I show you how to make the loom. So you have to have your sorry. Boom. You have your fibrous leaves up. You come over here, you come over to the loom and you push your whatever your quick craft is, and you can go right there to cloth. Or you can just go directly to this menu and search all the way to... Sometimes if you've got so many items that you can build, and the item it's not on your quick menu, then you have to come in here because there's only a certain amount of space. But see, you can either do it here or right here. Boom. Now I made a cloth. And I try to have a container near what I'm doing. So this container is going to be nothing but cloth. Boom. There we go. It's done. Now, if I want to make a wall, boom. Oops. So I can't. Alright. Let me come over here. There's something else I'm going to show you here real quick, too. Go to build. Ah! Like, okay, for sometimes the control seems a little weird, but it's really not. So here's a wall for one cloth, and I can snap it in. Well, not really here, but because I've got my place built, but I just snap it in and boom, it's built. And it's 4 fiber sleeves, which is replenishable. It shows up everywhere. So fiber sleeves will fuel the fire pit, the water still, and it makes cloth, which makes cloth walls. I mean, so I've wasted a whole bunch of sticks and trunks. The same thing with the plank station. So if you want plank shelves to put your containers on, I would build one of these, and then you would just bring your trunk over, like I did with the loom. You know, the fibrous leaves on the loom. Just come over here with your trunk. I don't have any trunks. This is why I'm kind of struggling in this game, because I used up all my fucking resources, you know. I have no rock stations or rock that I can break down on this island. I gotta go travel for that shit. So so if you want planks, you just grab your stump and you bring it over here, or your trunk, you bring it over here. You can hit, build, plank, boom. You get 2 planks out of 1 stump, if I'm not mistaken. No, you get 1. 1 or 2. I think you get 1. But as you see here, I got planks. So I can build a couple things here. Where's my... let's see. Build a shelf. Container shelf. Container shelf. Let's see. Boom, boom. Wait, right here. This is what I'm looking for. I'll find it. Right here. Boom. Container shelf. You need 3 planks to build a container shelf. You'll build all these other furniture and shit, but the furniture is completely useless. If you want to play Mr. Robinson Crusoe, you can fill the house with furniture, but honestly, it's a waste of supplies. So unless you are doing full simulation, it's like, well, then do that. But if you want to save your resources, so right now, this stuff here, my guy's so fucking slow, he's tired. This stuff here, you cut down, boom, you get fibrous leaves, done. Oh, you get 2 of them. I must have... That's weird. You normally get 1. Boom. Yeah. And then you find the yucca plants, which is this thing here. I've already cut this one down. But this is refillable. You get like 6 of those fibrous leaves out of that. I'll show you my farm because that's kind of important. I have several water stills just to feed the farm. So right here, I have several yucca trees planted. So, boom. Oh. I was trying to destroy the corrugated farm, but you want to make sure that says yucca tree. Boom. There. You get 6 of these fibrous leaves. And this, let me see here. This yucca fruit, this is what you plant in the farm. So, if I want to create another farm with yucca, which I may, oops, then I would use that. I would take this fruit here, boom, build another farm, and place it, you know, like fucking right here or something, boom. And then you would have, 6 times 3, you'd have 18 yucca plants. Just like that, every few days. Then here, you want to have fruit stuff. So in other words, I didn't have any room, but if you want to take the fruit, yucca fruit, to plant even more, then you would stick one in one of these crates. Now I have extra aloe and this, you make a flask of this, you can breathe underwater a lot longer. Well, you can't breathe. You can hold your breath a lot longer. And with this, you can actually, relieve yourself from sun stress, which I never use these. You may want to use this to hunt shark or get clay, that kind of stuff. But there's more of those aloe veras. And here I got the yucca fruit, and you want to keep your hoe nearby because you need the hoe to plant this shit. So with this playthrough, I've used up a whole lot of resources, and I was like, damn, I need more sticks and more trunks, and I'm like, shit. So I may abandon this playthrough, but here, this is the most important plant, I think. PP? The PP plant. This, you create antidote for poison with this shit. And this shit is hard to come by. You come across a PP plant, you pick it, you save it, you farm it, you plant the motherfucker, right, in a farm. It's resourceable. This grows back. This does not grow back in the wild. So once you pick it and eat it or use it, it is fucking gone. So you have to have a farm of this. Otherwise, you'll be poisoned, and that sucks. Believe me. So I've got 2 PP plants going. I got a couple yucca plants going. Now the yucca grows back, like I said, all the time on the island. And you got all these here with fibrous leaves, this shit here. So yucca, it doesn't hurt to have a couple of extra yucca. What the fuck is that? That's a big ass crab. So that's this playthrough. And like I said, I used up a pretty good chunk of shit. And I kind of wish I hadn't. Because look at all that. And if I destroy that to get supplies back, I'm most likely not going to get everything back. I will get more back now because my, if you look at my stats here, my my stuff is almost maxed out. You know, my crafting, my harvesting, and my hammer. I forget what that's called. Is all maxed out. So I will get most of my stuff back if I tear it down. But I still am going to be missing supplies. So I've wasted a bunch of stuff building a 2-story house, which I don't even know why I did the second floor. Maybe one day I'll come up with the reason. Now, I've seen people build like a medical shack right by their dock. Like, they'll build a dock that goes out to the deeper end, and that's where they'll park their raft. And then right inside the dock area, like right here, they would put like a shack, and they would have all their medical supplies in there, bandages, antidotes, stuff like that. And then they would build a shelter, like a separate shelter. But to me, I mean, I don't know, that seems like a little much. You might as well have one place like, you know, let's say like this. You know, first floor could be medical, and second floor could be whatever. But yeah, honestly, it's only good for staying out of the shade and keeping stuff organized. But if I got piles of shit out here, like where is it? I can't even see. It's now dark. Right here, rocks. Okay, I got a pile of rocks here. Okay, these rocks are not going to be rolling around because they're set to a pile. It's like a container. So I've got rock pile, coconut pile. There's supposed to be a stick pile around here somewhere. So certain things you can make piles of, and I would just do that rather than storing the shit in containers. When this game first came out, you didn't have this style pile. So shit would be, you would just pile it up yourself and hope it didn't roll. You know, so they updated the game quite a bit since I started playing it. I'll show you my raft here. This is what I'm talking about. Shelves will hold crates. They hold 3 crates each. And a quick thing about the rafts. Raft canopy. Okay, so this canopy will stop me from getting sunshade. Now, I've got 2 sails here. One here and one here. This sail faces that away. So this is my reverse. Okay, and this sail is my forward. So you don't want a huge raft because those become a bitch to turn, and they don't go any faster or slower. They're just real fucking hard to control out in the ocean. So this is about the right size. I may go wider, like another row wider, like this, and then put 2 more sets of shelves on this side and 2 more sets of shelves on this side. That way, there's another 12 containers that you can have. Because when you run out of supplies on this island, it's like, fuck, now I gotta go grab shit. And you're gonna bring it on a rubber raft? No, you're gonna want a bigger raft. So this is about the right size. I think most of this stuff is empty. Yeah, I don't have anything in here. In one of these crates, you definitely do want your compass, your sleeping bag, and a couple tools you may need, like a pickaxe. You may want another axe. Although axes are kind of easy to make, but you really want an extra pickaxe. Because if you got to bring back rock and shit, you're not going to get a rock with an axe. You're going to need a pickaxe. So, yeah, I love this game. I love surviving. So I survived 73 days on this one. But if we go to here, you can never save. You can never save. See, it won't let me go to. It just goes from option to change profile, and it says you need to save. You need to save the game at a shelter. So I even have the option there. It's a waste. Waste of bytes. Yes. So that's 74 days. I'll show you save number 2. The one I've been working on now. And I've used less wood and less everything except fibrous leaves. I've upped the fiber. You got to use fibrous leaves. It's the only thing that can be used in the water still. The fire, the furnace. Well, I don't think you can use anything in the furnace. It's just there. But yeah, like anything. The fuel still. You need a fire there, so the fire fuels, the fuel still for the potatoes. So that's the other farm you want, potatoes. So I'll show you this one. Boom. Save slot number 2. Now this is the one I restarted because I was like, I used a whole hell of a lot of stuff and I was running out of supplies. So what if I use more fibrous leaves for everything? And the shelter I build, let's make sure that shelter has cloth walls because nothing else matters. It's no better than container walls or anything like that. So to me, I'm going to save that shit. Since I can make loom cloth with the loom, that's what I'm going to do. So 69 days I've survived, and I hope I didn't. I think there's a snake right near me, and there's a large boar. So I'm going to have to get around. Last time I played this, I had a snake right under my fucking house. And I'm like, seriously? If the game's glitch and the snake can strike you through the fucking floor, I have antidote. But, oh yeah. There's the boar. No, there's the boar. And crap. Man, this is not a good situation. There's the snake right there. Let me sneak around here. I think the other snake is down here. The other snake. The other snake was coiled there. So, here's the situation. Big boar's there. My health is low. I will die if I get into a tussle with his ass. The snake's over here. And there's another snake over here somewhere. So I'm going to sneak over here. Now, if I go that way, around the corner over this way, beyond those rocks over there, is my actual, stuff that I use. Here we go. The island's a large island, but right here, it's still pretty small. Okay. So the other snake roams around here somewhere when it respawns. So I got to be careful. So now that I've moved over here, I put my shelter here to save and shit, because when the sun comes up, I have shade here and here. So I think this is perfect spot. So I'm going to save this now that I'm out of that situation. where I got the crab, the pig, and the snake all right there in front of my house. I got, when I'm full health, I'll deal with that. But I will show you. I started building the gyro chopper, which I don't know why. I think I'm going to use the fuel for this big boat. The big boat is, where's the big boat? I think the big boat's over this way. If I'm not mistaken, I can't see. I might not be. I don't think I can see the big boat from the island. Okay, so there's my cloth hut. And I've used very little materials for this. And I think it's perfect. If I want to put container shelves in there, I will. But I don't have enough containers yet to do that. I want to put the containers on my boat over here. Motherfucking crab. Okay. So I started a farm. I started PP farm over here. And I've got multiple yucca plants going. I got 4 of them going. And they're ready to be harvested. I got a PP plant that's ready to be harvested. I got crates over here. Now, I don't want to alert the crab. But the crab, I don't feel like dealing with the crab. I got a couple potato plants going. Like that's a potato plant over there. As you see, those coconuts hanging off the tarp, that's my water still. Those get full. And you have to be on the island when it rains, because the islands collect water during rains. I thought that if I put the farm right against the water, it would help. It seems to help, but it doesn't seem to help. So I don't know that. I don't know if that works. But over here, this is my junk beach. I got piles of fibrous palm fronds, right? Clay, rocks, fibrous leaves. All this stuff I try to keep within the eye view because I want to be able to, let's say build lashings directly from the pile, or stone tool from the pile, right? So just in case it's glitched out where I can't go into the menu like this and pick a rock or whatever. Let's see, what do I have on me? Boom. Oh, I got a container on me. So the stuff doesn't have to be in your inventory. If I want to build, let's see what I can build here with 4 clay. Nothing. Okay, let's see. Clay bricks. I need 2 and a furnace. Oh, I was trying to look for a furnace. I was gonna build a furnace because that's once you build the furnace, you don't need fuel. I mean, you don't need like fibrous leaves to keep it going. It's just there. It's just lit. It's light. It's permanent light. And that's the other thing. Flashlights and torches, they don't go out. Like, you can use them all fucking day. So I have my leather strap station, my loom, which makes cloth out of fibrous leaves, and my plank station. Oh, here, I'll show you the plank real quick. Boom. So you grab a stump, right? Actually, I might be able to just do it from here. Yeah. You see? This is why I put the piles near what I'm going to use. Except for the fibrous leaves, because they're used for everything. So I can create a plank using this stump here. So right here, I've got 10 stumps, okay? I got 10 there and 6 there. If I go here and I'm in visual view of the plank station and the piles of stumps, I just hit my quick craft. Boom. I choose to create a plank. Boom. Now, one stump came out of the closest pile. Okay. Yep. And I made one plank. So I'm going to stick this over here with the other planks. Crab's around right there's a crab. Okay. Boom. And one thing about building on certain islands, so you don't get lost. Let's find my boat. Okay, so this is my main island. Okay. I'm probably going to run into this snake. Okay, so yeah, you want to stay away from that fucking thing too. That'll poison you. All right. So here's my main island right now. The main island, I've been looting the big island over here. And if we go to that island, you'll see either a bird snare, which is built like it's got the post and it's got a single stick going out that way to snare birds. You can point the stick to your home island, or you can create a shelter which looks like a triangle as you saw, and you point that to your main island. That way when you get to an island and you forget which way you went, you'd be like, oh, this is where my home is, because I know I started doing that. So you could just sail straight from your shelter and follow the line. And, you know, that's one way to do it. You can really use anything that looks like an arrow or, you know, like I said, the bird snare has a post and an arm that goes out like so. And then you can point the arm wherever your main island is. Or if you want to try to use the map, I use the map all the time. Now this map is not for this playthrough. At the very top of this, you can't see the page. I say save 1, save 2. This one says save number 2. Right? So if I do another playthrough where I actually start a new game, I'm probably gonna definitely use save 3 up here and reuse these maps, which I've been using these for several years now. So I mean, it's a really cool game. I'm not going to show you how to survive and all that on here. I just wanted to throw out some tips and tricks and you know, mention that I do love this game. This is one of my games that I play when I'm sick, especially when I'm sick. And I'm like, don't want to stress about too much. This is what I play. This and a few other games. That's on my stress-free list. Although this game can be stressful. You run across a goddamn snake. Like where I was saved at, I had the boar, the crab, and at least one snake. The other one might be nearby still. So I mean, this is a large island, but it's not that big. So, you know, the little boars. There's two sizes boars, just so you know. There's a big mama boar, and there's two baby boars. Those baby boars are fucking hard to kill. They're fast. They run away from you. Oh, I don't have any spears. Damn. Do I have a spear on here? If I can find a spear, I'm going to show you something. So, again, every boat that I make, I have a sleeping bag, some antidotes. I got 5 antidotes here because you never know. And a sleeping bag. So the sleeping bag you can save anywhere. You save out in the ocean if you fucking want. But let me see if I know. I have some meat. Smoked meat does not spoil. I have some water. I got 4 things of water. This is my emergency rat. Here we go. All right, crude spear. We're gonna got a Band-Aid, couple of rations. The sardines will fill your water and oh shit. Here, boom. Okay, so I got some spears. I was gonna show you this real quick. There's my container with antidote, breath, and a sleeping bag. The sleeping bag will save anywhere out on the boat. All the other crates are empty except for this one. This one has a compass, a flashlight, 4 large meat, 4 filled water skins, and aloe. I really don't use this. The only thing I really use is the PP plants and the antidotes. But I've got some spears. I was going to show a little tip about hunting. And where's that baby boar? I'm probably going to get killed. But the boar, you don't want to use a spear on a crab, because it just bounces off their shell. You really want to use an axe with the crab. Oh, there's the snake. So the crosshair, you would say, oh, okay, I use the crosshair and I hit the snake. No. You really need to use your finger as a guide. The finger, not the crosshair. Motherfucker. Oh, son of a bitch. Okay. Let me see if I can nail him. Got him. Now he's pissed off. You want to watch and see where he goes. He's got a stick coming out of him. So you, like I said, you want to use the finger on your left hand. Let him calm down and coil back up. This is how you deal with these motherfuckers. There he goes. He's coiled up. It almost is too sensitive. There, I got him. Okay, cool. So he's fucking dead. Perfect timing, too, because it's dark. So get rid of this. There's another snake. Every large island has 2 snakes, a mama boar, 2 baby boars, and 2 big crabs that respawn every few days. And if you know how to hunt and use your finger as a guide as you're throwing the spears, you should be good. I've got a way to hunt with fishing spear on the snakes. You walk up to them while they're still coiled, and the second their name pops up and they become highlighted, you are within reach. And you go, Whoosh-ka! You stab the motherfucker, and you back the fuck up and wait for the snake to calm down and recoil back up. And you walk up again and you go, Whoosh-ka! Get it again, boom, you're good. Big boars are a bitch. They come and they get you. So, so that's a quick rundown. Well, I mean, not really a quick rundown of. Oh my God! So that's a rundown of Stranded Deep. My main ideas are create a map, and this is my maps. This is the style of map that I create, and every time I'm playing it, I have that map here and available. It. Believe me, that map is like, oh shit, okay, cool, this is where I'm at. Okay. So it's a great game. 2020 is when it came out. It's not that old of a game. There have been updates. When you're playing a 2-player game, like I said, watching the other player roam around, it's weird looking. It don't look right. You can actually change it to third. You know what? Let's do that real quick. I know I keep going back to this. I love this game. Okay, options. Boom. General. Okay. I turn the tutorial off because the tutorial has been a little goofy. And if you know how to play, then just turn it off. You don't get nothing extra for completing the tutorial. You may get an achievement at the beginning. Don't get me wrong, but but as far as gaining anything after that, it doesn't do nothing. Oh wow! Oh, here's the camera mode. Okay, so and you want to turn auto walk off. Apparently, it'll fuck you up. It's more trouble than it needs to be. I'm used to seeing everything in first-person mode, so this is going to be weird. Oops. I want to change that. Apply. I want to see what it looks like. Oh, yeah. No. We are not doing this. Wait. Oh my God. I mean, okay, you see what I'm talking about? Yeah, you really want to be in first person view. Okay, it's either a crab that just got me, or, yeah, motherfucker. You can't get in here, motherfucker. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, so now my perspective's completely changed. Did he go under? See, I have a sleeping bag here outside. Now you can stab with the spear, but my health was so low. Yeah, third person. I'm not doing third person view. That view's junk. You want to be first person. So Stranded Deep. I love this game. I'm a sucker. Like I said, I'm a sucker for survival games where you start from nothing and you build your way up to. You can have a mansion on an island. Be like, why the fuck do I want to leave? I'm surviving just fine. You know, you want to build an airplane. You want to repair that airplane and get out of here. I don't know. It's just I mean, you are alone, so if you need somebody there with you, I don't know. But it is a two-player game, so you two can survive together. uh, awesome. So that is my recommendation. Pick it up. It's highly entertaining. If you know what you're doing, it's easy. It's okay to yeah, it is. I would say it's easy to survive the first few nights, and once you get a living cycle going, then you be all right. Like, you keep your food up, your water up, your hydration down, your SPF down, your health. Even if your health is low, it will grow. So you don't have to use bandages and shit. Just only when you get attacked by sharks. But yeah, I love this game. So if you're into survival game, this is a good one to get. So adios, amigos.